Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Your friendly neighbourhood Bob here, and today this is going to be a nice, gentle, easy kind of relaxing video, I think, probably, unless I keep getting poisoned, in which case that's going to be quite annoying. But yes, I was kind of hit with the F-bat a few days ago, which is a bit annoying really, because last week I was hoping that I was really going to kind of start off being the pro tubes and streamer, start that whole life going, but it didn't. I kind of felt a bit funny all week, and then on Friday the F-bat came in, and yeah, that was it really. It's difficult. I mean, a couple of people have said, you know, what's it like, and it's difficult to explain to you. But if you imagine being like so fatigued that you can't even rest properly, I know it sounds weird. I don't know if it's like an oxymoron or whatever, but yeah, if you imagine being that fatigued that you feel so like that even resting is kind of I felt crap just resting even, you know, and whatnot. But that's how it goes. That's that, and we've got to combat that and get through it. So this video is going to be like I get quite a lot of questions that I don't answer. You know, I do apologise. I'm not particularly good with answering questions in chat. I do read all the questions, and my plan is always to kind of answer those questions in a video, but then I kind of forget to do that. So I thought I might answer some questions today and show you what I'm doing as well, because one of the questions was kind of I've had a few questions recently just asking me sort of what my plans are for the coming year within the game. So I thought we'd cover that as well. But the first one I want to cover is recording. So I get a couple of questions about that. The first one is a lot of people say the videos look good, you know, kind of what do you use? Well, I use Fraps and I use Virtual Dub, and that's it. I start recording and I talk, and then I stop recording. You know, I don't do any flashy editing and whatnot. I'd quite like to do that at some point, but I don't at the moment. But that may all come in good time. But yeah, literally I click record with Fraps and then I stop clicking. I put that video into Virtual Dub, and that compresses it and does what needs to be done, and then we go from there. I'm going to go and kill something because it's probably a bit boring you just watching me sitting here. So let's go and find something to kill, assuming that lovely druid has not killed everything already. Yeah, so that's all I do. I think the reason I have to confess that I don't have much apart from family. I don't have much. I don't have anything to spend my money on. I enjoy films. I'm a big cinema sort of buff. I kind of now and again I collect vinyl records, but other than that, I don't really have too much else to spend my money on, apart from family and kids and stuff, which is quite a bit. So I spend quite a lot of. Well, I spend any spare money I ever have, I spend it on my computer. So my computer is pretty buff, to be honest. I have a Titan X video card, which came out just quite recently. And before that, I had a couple of Titans, like normal ones, running in SLI. So I kind of sold those, made a fair bit of money back, and upgraded to a Titan X with just a single video card, which I prefer because SLI is brilliant, but you do get the odd issue. So I think probably the reason why my videos look pretty sharp and smooth is I think it's probably because I'm able to. Whoa, hang on a minute, what the hell? Where did he come from? I think it's probably because I'm able to, like in Fraps, I record at 1080p, but I record 60 frames a second as well. And since YouTube have been doing 60 frames per second, that's what my videos go up as. So that's probably why they look pretty smooth and sharp. But so I think a lot of it is down to the power of your computer, really. I mean, Everquest isn't super. You know, it's not not super resource hog, but I think probably that's maybe down to it. The fact that I'm able to quite easily record at 60 frames per second in 1080p, you know, and don't get any performance problems. And when for Fraps, I think I've got it ticked so that it kind of sets it recording at 60 frames a second. But when I'm not recording in Fraps, Everquest runs at, I don't know, 200 or 300 frames per second for me. That's what Fraps says anyway. So yeah, so that's that side of it. But literally, I just click Fraps, I don't use Sony Vegas or anything. I'd like to, and I might pick up a Sony Vegas, but we'll see how we go. I just use a headphones with a microphone. It's a Corsair headset, pretty good one. But I have ordered, like today, I've got a proper microphone being delivered today. It's a Blue Yeti, which I think is pretty good. So if I'm able to, I might record a video using that tomorrow, so we can see what the recording quality is like, essentially. But yeah, that'll be pretty good. A little upgrade to help the recording. Hopefully, I'm assuming that the quality will be better, but we will see. But that's what I do, and that's it at the moment. The tricky thing with recording, and I was talking to someone about it this morning, the tricky thing when you're starting out is, and I've kind of looked back on some of the videos I've done recently, and they're not brilliant, essentially because of my health, when I kind of look back at the videos I did before then. But the key thing is being able to talk kind of, I guess, confidently and clearly without there being too many pauses and ers and interruptions. And I'm not brilliant at it, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. And I think it's funny when we watch TV. I always think to myself, I do think it. I don't know what it's like in the US, but over here, like, we make celebrities out of everyone, literally. Like, just some man or woman who sits and talks in front of a camera every evening for for half an hour, presenting some kind of magazine type show or something. And some of these people are really stupid. I mean, like, from an intelligence point of view, they're really stupid. But their skill is to be able to talk in front of a camera without ifs or buts or pauses or ers or ums and ahs. That's their skill, and that's why they get paid money. And I must confess, I've kind of developed more of an appreciation for that since I've been doing YouTube, because it's not a difficult thing to do. So if you're just starting out, or if you're looking to start, my one recommendation would be just to record videos that only you watch at the start. So just to get over that initial weird feeling of talking into a microphone, because it is weird, even if when you're on your own. It's a weird situation. So that's what I'd recommend. Just record a load of stuff. Basically just where you're talking to yourself and until you've kind of feel that your confidence is built up, and things when you're listening to it, there aren't too many awkward pauses or moments where you kind of forget what you're going to be saying. I will kill this last spider and then we will move on. I think probably this might be like a no warts and all video, because what I might do is I'm going to kind of show you 3 characters today, if I make it that far. But I'm going to log out and I'm going to keep recording, so you can see my character page. That'll be a good laugh. So this is, and some other questions that I've had in regards to what I'm going to be doing kind of in the future with regards to recording and sort of characters and if progress and how that sort of stuff's going to go. So I'm going to be playing probably between now and Velius. I'm probably going to be mucking about with 3 or 4 characters, I think, probably. Figwalt here I'm really enjoying. It's good fun. I love Shaman, as you know, and I'm really enjoying him. I love the old barbarian thing. It really kind of feels like it's fitting. I feel comfortable in the skin. if you know what I mean. And what I'm playing, I'm coming up to level 24. So when I get to level 24, I'm, health allowing, I'm hoping to become a bit of a dungeon rat. I'm hoping to go to some dungeons and group and get some dungeon XP. That's my plan for Figwalt, because I never did that with my other shaman. And I didn't really want to do it before 24, because he kind of gets he gets 2 or 3 really good spells at 24 that kind of start to define the shaman. So I'm going to wait until 24 and then do that. I don't know what dungeon to go to at 24. If you've got any, I kind of know the level ranges, but if you've got any recommendations, then just give me a shout, and I'll head to those dungeons. So that's my plan here. So Figwalt is going to be hopefully a dungeon character. I'm going to see if I can get a, because he's rather a handsome chap. Let's see if we can get a good shot. There we go. Look at that. That's awesome. We'll even have some non-UI some non-UI shots. There we go. So that's the plan for him. He's going to be going to some dungeons, doing some stuff. I guess if you guys know of a dungeon where I can, at level 24, where I could maybe solo a bit if there's no groups going on, that'd be useful. But you know, just guide me, give me some direction, and we'll see how we get on. But that's what we're going to do with Figwalt. He's a shaman. I love the shaman, and I'm planning on carrying on playing with him. So let's camp, and I'll show you my character screen. It should be a lot of fun. Before I kind of started, I was listening to some Sisters of Mercy, because I'm Andrew Eldritch, who's the lead singer of Sisters of Mercy. He was always has been one of my heroes. He's a bit of a grouchy git, but you know, I think goth bands, kind of, you know, lead singers from that era were a bit. So I think it's all part of the thing, you know, being a bit like that. And I was a big goth back in the 80s, kind of going into the early 90s and stuff. Yeah, Andrew Eldritch, Susie Sue. I love Depeche Mode, although I guess you would kind of class them more as a, I wouldn't say gothic really, more of like a poppy industrial type thing. Robert Smith from The Cure, you know, Bauhaus. Who's a Bauhaus lead singer? Peter something. That's embarrassing. Can't remember his name. I love Kate Bush as well, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's all my sort of stuff. So this is my character screen. It's full up, as you can see. And let's see what we've got. So Berendar, you might have seen in a video or two. He was my enchanter. And as you can see, he's one level away from getting clarity. I don't know what happened here really. I love the enchanter because it's such a different character to any other sort of class you see in other MMOs, role-playing games, and I do really like it, but I just started to struggle and I haven't been back. So maybe that's a character I will revisit at a later date. Bugrot, of course. Bugrot's a weird one because I kind of started to kind of outfit him. Like it was kind of like going to be a challenge where I was going to go around and trying to get equipment for him because he was naked. I was going to try and get equipment for him that he could get on his own. But that's kind of, maybe I could do it as a series of videos. That might be quite a laugh. I know, because I know a lot of you like Bugrot, and he's the guy you started to watch. Figwalt you've seen. Fizzball you might have seen. He's my magician, level 34. I do enjoy playing him quite a lot. I like the whole gnome thing. And I do love the pets as well. They're pretty cool. But I haven't revisited him for quite some time. So I'm not sure. Yeah. But he was a character that I didn't twink at all. You know, I thought I wanted to do a character just from the off and go like proper Everquest classic. And as you can see, he's still wearing his starter robe. And I quested my torch of Auna myself, so that's pretty cool. Huor, here we go. Another one of those weird characters. This is the character I started along with Suor. While I'm kind of deciding what monk that I liked, and I still log him in, believe it or not. He's only level 11, but I do kind of muck about with him now and again when I'm feeling a bit sort of don't know what to do kind of thing. And we've got Telkontar. He's a level 4 ranger. If you look at a lot of these characters, as you can see, they're all carrying equipment that I've wasted time buying. I wasted time in EC buying buying stuff for them, equipping them, and they're not really doing anything with them. Telkontar was kind of like a backup plan to the monk if things don't turn out how I hope. I kind of like I love rangers, you know, like the rangers from Lord of the Rings are kind of like my favourite group of characters from any kind of fiction really. And I kind of wanted to recreate that, but it's difficult, you know. It's difficult to capture the flavour of those rangers from Tolkien's works. But maybe that'll work out at some point. I don't know. I do enjoy playing him. He's only level 4, but you know. And then we've got Mugwort. Now I'm going to let me log Mugworting because I've got a couple of things to talk about with Mugwort. So what I probably should say is that if you noticed, I've kind of monetized the channel. So we're gonna see how that works out. Quite good actually. It's I didn't really know what to expect personally, but you've kind of been very supportive, which I really do appreciate that. I'm going to be playing different games. It's not always going to be Everquest. Once I get up to full speed and things are going really well, you may find that Everquest is. I'll still be putting out the same amount of content, but there'll be lots of other games as well. Let's just get a bit of. I don't think I've got. Let's put some chloroplast on. I think I need that. I'm going to be cannibalising. A couple of flashing trees there, a bit of a glitch. Okay, so I'm going to pull back. Some of you are already aware, but this might be a surprise to some of you, and that's that I'm in a guild. Mugwort is in a guild, Europa. I kind of had a look around at some of the guilds and stuff, and looked at level ranges and kind of guilds that I think would fit into my kind of play times and stuff. And Europa seemed to be the one. It's a European guild. I think they're Americans and another sort of country. People based in different countries sort of in the guild, but I think it's primarily European. There seems to be people around during the day when I play, which is quite good. I've got my concerns about myself really, because the last few days have shown me that things can kind of go downhill at any time really, and obviously even the most kind of relaxed of guilds have a. Let's have a look around here. Oh, Shamanta. There's a little barbarian shaman there. Let's give him a bit of chloroplast. It's I'm a bit concerned, essentially because of just things really, like my capabilities. Even the most casual guilds, kind of, you need to be active to a certain extent. And I'm hoping that I can be active enough. Last week I quite enjoyed myself actually. I went on a guild thing. That's why I'm still in South Carolina. We kind of went on a guild thing to get some guildies Pegasus cloaks. It's quite good fun. I think while I was around we probably got about 7 or 8 to spawn. I think we got a couple of cloaks. I had to leave because I was just feeling a bit tired. But yeah, it was pretty good fun. It's good to interact with people. I'm finding, strangely, you never thought it, would you? and it was all, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping that it works out, but I don't know. It's as well as kind of the health thing to think about. I've also got to think about the fact that I'm faffing about flipping between characters and stuff, and that's not healthy from a guild point of view as well. But we'll see how we go. I'm not going to be able to do any guild stuff today, although I will say hello. There's a bard kiting. Let's go and have a look. Sorry guys, this is not very interesting, this is it. But Mugwort is in a guild, and he is hopefully going to be doing stuffs. That's I've got my fingers crossed that I'm on trial, so I'm hoping that my trial will go okay, and we all live happily ever after. But we'll have to see. If my downward sort of health thing carries on, then I may have to just pull out for a bit. Then maybe when things pick up again, I can give it another go. But I'm hoping that things work out. So yeah, so Mugwort is in a guild, which means at the moment while he's in a guild, I want to concentrate on him and level. He's my main, and we'll hopefully be doing some progression. What I might do now is just go and see if let's go and see if the we're going to see if the Spectres in Oasis are free, because that's where I was kind of levelling before. I know we've got some Spectres in Fear, right, haven't we? But I think the thing with fear rot is you never know. You know, sometimes they're not camped, but sometimes they're like super camped, and it's difficult to get anything there. I think what we'll do is I won't sit on Mugwort particularly long because I'm probably not going to be recording for too much longer, so I'll stop this video here. Sorry, I'll stop this character here and we'll go and log in my monk. But yeah, so Mugwort is in a guild, and you know, I've got the fingers crossed that things work out, but obviously understandably I've realised that may not be the case. If I can't kind of put the effort in, everything's kind of coincided really, kind of come together where I want to do more for the channel. You know, that's going to be kind of like a focus, but also I'm in a guild, so I need to kind of make time for that and whatnot. But you know, we'll see how we go. So let's log soaring. Yeah, as I was saying, I was into some music. I was big goth sort of back in the 80s, and it's kind of like you listen to old songs, and I kind of get the same with games as well. They kind of take you back to, I vividly remember things that link to that song, like where I was kind of listening to the song at any point, and oops. And something was going on, or there was something major happened in my life, basically, that yeah, that had that sort of that song resonates with. And I had the same with games as well. I kind of remember Street Fighter 2. I don't know if it was Street Fighter 2 Turbo or one of the Street Fighter games on the Super Nintendo, or the Super Famicom as it was, because I had a Japanese. I used to love importing consoles back during the Mega Drive and Famicom days, PC Engine, that kind of thing. Yeah, and that game particularly brings back some quite quite nice but quite painful memories as well. But yeah, music's the same. I'm sure you all feel this. You're sure you all get it as well. You know, kind of music. Yeah, you hear a song and it kind of brings back a memory, maybe even if it's a bad memory or a painful one. That's yeah, and yes, for that sort of that genre of music was pretty big. I mean, Sister Mercy, Susie and the Banshees, Bauhaus, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, pretty awesome. And if you never listened to it, maybe give it a try. You know, if you consider yourself a bit gothy now and you listen to a certain sort of music, give that 80s stuff a try, because that's really where it all started. I mean, you know, goth subculture is a lot more than just music, but certainly back in the 80s, it was a big part of it. So yeah, give that a go. So here we are with Suor. He's level 15. I haven't really done too much with him since the live stream that I did. Which is another thing, I didn't realise you could export your videos from Twitch to YouTube. So I'm probably going to give that a go at some point. What I mean is when I get a go at some point. Sorry, my brain's really going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to when I Twitch, I'll put the video up on YouTube, so that you can all kind of watch it and see what was see what happened. Yeah, I know I get quite a lot of people have said I missed the stream. I've only done one so far, and I know that I'm going to be streaming at probably a difficult time for people to watch, because during the day, if you're in the UK, you're going to be at work probably, and if you're in the States or some other part of the world, you're going to be asleep or whatever. So yeah, I know it's going to be tricky, but we'll see how we get on. So Suor is my last character that I'm mucking around with at the moment, and he's probably going to be he's kind of like my wacky character, basically, my hit things character, who I do really want to do some stuff with. You know, as I said, I think I probably said to you that bandit greeny. As I said to you, I've kind of really enjoyed the whole. I've kind of gone the wrong way here, haven't I? Taking the long route. I've kind of enjoyed the whole hitty thing kind of style of play. So hoping to do a bit more of that. Oh look, an Ixar Marauder, he's blue. Holy smokes. I've just trained double attack actually. So I've got dual wield and double attack now. Let's see how tough this Marauder is. Let's run him over here. They've only just turned blue to me, so he's probably going to be like level 14 maybe, so directly one level low, he might be a bit tough, but we'll see. Haven't got mend up either, actually. Okay, it's quite hard. Hopefully I can stay ahead of the race here. Yeah. I just hit so fast. I mean, Suor does have my FPSS on, so obviously that helps. But I just hit so fast, and yeah, generally kind of ripping them apart here. So I can probably. Oh, okay. So this is the Marauders have become an XP gaining opportunity for when Kearns is a bit manic, as it often is. Oh, snout ring. Okay, I think you can turn those in for a quest. I must check that out. So I've kind of been reading stuff about monks and whatnot, and a footpad. Do you know what? You come here so often, and this place is full of marauders, and they're really annoying. But I guess someone's come through and cleared them out, maybe, or someone's killing them. Because there aren't any here at the moment. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, I was reading quite a lot about monks and stuff, and I come to the conclusion that a lot of the melee and melee and tank classes are not super soloable. I think maybe with Velios, when Velios comes out, maybe the Shadow Knight might be one of the better ones, because they'll lose their penalty, but also Velios has got a lot of big open areas to with higher level mobs to Fearkai in. So maybe, yeah, if you're thinking of starting a tank or a melee class, and you might be soloing a bit, maybe the monk's not the one. Because I think that one of the problems is that when you look at the forums and they talk about soloing, they're talking about having fungi tunics and stuff. Now I think my monk here is fairly well kind of twinked out. He's got an FPSS anyway, and a couple of fair weapons. But I think that's what people mean when they're talking about playing, soloing one of these classes. And when they talk about being twinked out, I think they're talking about like super twinked, So, and I can see that already. I can see that at some point my monk is going to slow down quite a lot from a soloing point of view. So that's kind of why his plan is very similar to Figwalt's, really, where he's going to be a kind of a dungeony kind of grouping class. So yeah, so that's something to think about if you think about making one of these guys to solo. Have a look at some of the other ones. If you're not sure, particularly maybe the Shadow Knight. As I said, I think fear kiting is a bit more reliable. And I don't think it's too great now, because I think at a certain level there aren't too many places to go. But I think come Velios there might be a lot more options for you for doing that. So yeah, just a thought. What we got here? Great Scalebone. Oh, he's a bluey. Let's have a bluey. Good thing about Kearns, I find, is that even if Kearns is busy and you get a bit fed up with the Benny Hill kind of, I'd say Jimmy Hill there, he's a football commentator, an old footballer, or soccer player, as some of you may know it. Yeah, bit Benny Hill kind of running around. Then you come outside and there's loads of stuff outside for you to kill as well. You haven't got the crazy XP kind of bonus, but that's life. Anyway, guys, that's it. I've kind of I hope the video wasn't too bad. I'll listen back to it, and if it's rubbish, I won't put it up. But if it's not so bad, I'll put it on. So this is, I answered some questions. I'm sure I had some other questions that I was going to answer, but they're completely gone from my brain. I'll do another video with some other Q&A things at some point. There we go, dead. Yeah, so the dark blues are pretty easy at the moment. Yeah, anyway, I'll end this video here. I hope it's been okay. I'll have a listen first to make sure that it's kind of coherent enough for me to put it up and there's something there of value to listen to. But anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.